Welcome back to The Business Experience Show, where you can learn from others' experiences and successes in business.
Welcome back to the Business Experience Show. I'm Lisa Caprelli with Cole Smith of ELOC Network and Doc Kramer. We're here with Justin Yoon. He's an artist, designer, teacher, and entrepreneur at the ripe age of 30. Hello, Justin.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Justin.
Hi.
What was the impulse and background behind starting bluecanvas.com, your art magazine?
Well, me and my brother founded the company, and my brother was he's more on the business side, and he saw me coming out of school, and we were thinking there wasn't enough avenues for artists to get their work out there. So we wanted to help the community and help the artist community try to get their name out there. So we wanted to create a website that is free for the artists, put their work up, and share with the artists, our community, art collectors.
How long have you had your magazine?
The website was founded in 2008, and the magazine started in 2009, 10. Yeah.
Wow, what a challenging time. You did it.
Yeah,
Justin,
it was
did
tough.
you know you hit on a global market?
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's an artist.
Yeah, exactly.
So what would someone expect to find when they went to your website?
Basically, we have three parts of our business, which is a social networking website for artists, kind of like a Facebook for artists, and also an art publication, and then also a print shop where an artist could upload their work and sell it as different types of prints.
Yeah, have you seen Lisa? She's quite talented artist.
Yeah,
herself.
yeah. She just gave me
her work up there.
Definitely,
Thank
she
you.
just gave me her cards.
Oh,
so.
yeah. This was great.
But I mean, it's an example that there's a lot of people out there that just don't know they're great artists, just
Right.
like yourself.
Right.
You're lucky that you had your brother.
Right.
But how do you attract your audience?
Yeah. Well, basically, we wanted to be something different than when we started our publication also. And I think I mentioned to you guys before, it was our motto is very multi-genre, and that can become a curse and a blessing.
Yes.
Well,
so
how does your company make money? It's I mean, based on what you've said so far, you had this vision to give people a chance to post their artwork on your website, and you have your community. But where's the business in it?
the business, well, that's why we started the magazine as well, because in 2008 we started the website, and we thought the advertisers will come rolling in, right?
Oh, of course.
But of
find
course,
you.
yeah. So and it takes so many iterations, and we're still learning, we're still building, and we're still changing. So right now, our magazine's been doing well. We're sold pretty much all the big bookstores in the U.S., and we're in 10 different countries right now. So the subscriptions, advertising, and the print shop as well.
Yeah, a couple of things, Kramer, and it kind of feeds off what you're saying about the revenue side of it, and that is the focus. You have so many genres that when an artist posts it, you might want to think about how you can market that particular genre and not try to market the whole magazine at one time, so you're driving particular interested parties. Have you guys thought about that? Is that...
Yeah, definitely. That's kind of the direction we're going in right now. So when we first started with the magazine, we wanted to basically give other artists all over the world a chance to be published in an art magazine. So we created this democratic system where people vote, nominate each other to be featured in the magazine.
Excellent.
And by doing that, same thing. It was a blessing and a curse. A lot of people loved it, but at the same time, like you just mentioned, there wasn't that kind of focal point. Yeah, exactly. So we've been doing a lot of changes and kind of focusing on certain direction, and that we could do more so with our magazine because we have more control than social media. Anybody and everybody could sign up. So we still have that portion of it where we have our users, and we feature about 20 to 25 artists per issue, and we haven't had a single repeat from the 13, 14 issues that we've done so far.
There are a lot of prolific artists that are out there, and probably plenty that are worthy of being in your magazine. But it sounds that there's almost a conflict between being altruistic and getting artists their platform to display what they do, and the business aspect of making money, not necessarily exploiting them. You talked about you've got your store where people can, I'm assuming they can buy some of this artwork, and you've got your sponsorships, you have your subscribers, so you have different areas where there are revenue streams for you and your business.
Yes.
And maybe not so much a conflict that you need the artist to be involved in it for the artist community to be able to sell the advertisers and the subscription. But is your focus in turning out a quality magazine and a quality website, or is it in making money, or do you see a conflict there at all?
It's definitely more the first. It's more of the quality and creating this achieving and creating contributing to creating a culture.
So you believe that if you build it, they will come.
Yes, definitely. I mean, some of that belief, it kind of while we were doing it, when we built it, nobody came in the beginning. So
yeah, but the passion behind most products and services are built behind passion.
Right.
Then you have to move into the business side.
Exactly.
And we see this with so many businesses.
Well, there's two things. He's a publisher. He needs advertisers. Advertisers need publishers. So it's kind of like, which comes first?
Which comes first, right.
So in your case, you have, I think you have 30,000 artists that have joined and uploaded their paintings and things like that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's
or different art.
That's impressive.
Right. Is there anyone else that does this in the artist community? Don't tell me their names. It sounds like you're very unique.
You mean our business?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing where there are other companies that just do social networking artist website, or just have a magazine, or just have a shop. So it was kind of ambitious for us to do the three things, but we believe that we could really create this. So we definitely that's why we always describe our business as a culture. We want to create the artist network. That's kind of our motto.
Yeah, and I love that. And Kramer goes back. I keep going back to that one revenue stream. You have tons of paintings. I mean, it would be almost select a product to market. And I mean, if you do a rev share with your artist, you can blow up that one artist where he's selling hundreds and hundreds of paintings, and that's going to drive more people back to the audience.
Right.
But you're going to generate revenue off of those particular paintings.
Right.
Maybe that's what you're doing now, or take a particular genre and you market and start generating revenue. That is a beautiful model, since you have you are the publisher.
Right.
You are the passion for that market.
Right. Definitely.
So, do you generate revenue from advertising on your website?
We do. Yeah, advertising on the website, because we have the website and print. We have a package deal.
So you think the print is going to increase your volume or your expenses?
You mean our magazine? It's going to increase the volume of
traffic to your website.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely has. I mean, we've. I heard you guys talking to Dr. Mike about celebrities or people coming in and talking about it. That helps a lot, and especially when we've been featuring more well-known people these days as well. Our newest feature right now, even we tapped into the cover artist is Brandon Boyd, the lead singer for Incubus, and that definitely helps. Like I said, he puts it on his Facebook, and we have video interviews and things like that. So we've kind of moved on to not just print, but we're actually doing these video and producing these video interviews as well.
Was that an accident that you had a celebrity on your cover? You're not selling out, are you?
No, of course not.
I mean, this is an artist whose work is... his work is worthy.
Exactly. I mean, my brother actually got in contact with him because he's been doing a lot of stuff in the artist community. He collaborated with Tom Shoes, painting shoes on the canvas. He collaborated with Hurley, did a big mural at the Hurley site. So he's been. It's very humbling to meet him and talk to him about that, because he's very serious. He doesn't like to use his. I mean, it's inevitable. Obviously, people are going to know who he is, but he's very passionate about art, and that was very, very humbling.
Well, the whole entertainment and the artist community is very passionate, and they're there to help and support it.
Definitely.
I mean, there's a lot of poor artists, there's a lot of wealthy artists, but I think there's fewer wealthy and the rest of us just have great passions for what we want to do.
Right.
And it's generating revenue. It's taking the passion and putting it on the side, or having a team like your brother that works on the business side. And that's a great combination. A lot of businesses don't have that to start out with.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It seems like you guys work together.
Definitely.
Well.
I just want to mention too. I mean, it's a team thing, and I have 3 business partners. I mentioned my brother Jimmy Yoon, and I also have Scott Hitomi on the business side as well, and I have Cecil Kim, who's been in the arts and entertainment industry for 17 years. So we have a great team, and I'm here on behalf of them. But definitely, we come from different backgrounds.
And do you all agree with your business plan, the focus of what you're doing right now?
Yes. I mean, we do have our arguments here and there, but I think that's healthy.
I agree. And it also sounds like, as you've been navigating through since 2008, you've been very adaptable, and you're kind of changing direction as you see the business grow in the areas that it's growing.
Right.
And there's a conflict there also sometimes between having a focus and a business plan and being adaptable also. For those people, those business entrepreneurs that jump off the cliff and try to figure it out on the way down, that's a recipe for disaster.
Right.
But it's also a recipe for disaster to have a focused business plan that isn't working and not seizing the opportunities. And getting back to Dr. Mike, while he's got his musicians and his athletes, if a certain other segment came in, he'd be foolish not to explore servicing and altering his program to be able to meet the needs of others, that paying customers.
Yeah, definitely, and especially in the arts industry. I mean, even artist myself, I started traditional medium. Even the mediums changed, going into digital. So now I paint and draw on a monitor. So
I love it.
So there's a lot of adapting, through times and technology and things, and we try to keep up with that, definitely.
And there's so many different types of artists. There's photographers, and
yes.
And black and white and color and all sorts of things. So I mean, you have people that consider themselves artists that the certain generations might not think. Tattoo artists, for example.
Right, exactly, and that's what that's another motto that we kind of came up with. Me growing up as an artist, I found inspiration from all sorts of stuff: sculpture, photography,
sure.
Even tattoo art. And we say inspiration isn't genre specific. So when you want to see or find inspiration through art, you pick up our magazine and you flip a page, and it's completely different. And
right.
it's not all the same thing. Where it's a nice surprise, I think, when you flip through.
I just want to mention one thing about the online communities. It's very competitive.
Yes,
I know that you brought it up and said, "Hey, is there other people out there doing it?"
Right.
It's people are doing different types of publications online, and so from a marketing perspective, your relationships, strategic partners, you've got to be aggressive. I love your community, but
yes.
somebody's going to see what you're doing. They're going to copy it somewhere else, whether it's right next door or somewhere around the world.
Definitely.
And part of the problem there is that there just aren't the same barriers to entry anymore. Mm-hmm. Anybody with a computer and the ability to do a web design can be a competitor with an online magazine. They can take your content.
Right.
And they can contact your artists
Yeah.
and give them another platform to show their stuff.
Yeah, and I think the important thing is to let the people know, let your community know that we're here to help, and that's why I think for us collaborating with different art schools and things like that too shows them we're here to help. We're
it's
not
all about
trying to
building
make
the relationships.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
If it's about just money, they'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
If it's about building the relationship, it'll last a lifetime.
Yes.
But it is about money also, because you and your partners need to make a living, and you're not doing this just out of the goodness of your heart.
Right.
And have you figured out some of the ways that you might be able to increase the advertisers or the subscribers to your magazine, or to move product from your shop where people will and I assume you make something from the selling of the artist's artwork.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you go about what's your plan now to increase your revenues?
Right now, we're in the process of redoing the website, and obviously in the web business, you have to update constantly. So by doing that, we've been doing a lot of surveys with our users and things, and we've been learning a lot and getting a lot of feedback. So we just try to improve.
Good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What are some of the responses that you're getting back?
I think with our website right now, we have all the parts. It's just the UX, user experience, the UI and everything. And
right.
Like we said, the attention span of users these days is very little. Yeah, very quick.
Okay, we got to take a quick break, guys. You're listening with Justin Yoon from Blue Canvas Magazine. You can go to bluecanvas.com for more information about the art magazine that we're talking about. For more information about any of our business guests, go to thebusinessexperienceshow.com. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and ask us to follow you back. We will. Go to thebusinessexperienceshow.com. You're listening to Angels AM 830 KLAA. We'll be right back. Are you an entrepreneur who would like to increase your business by becoming more recognizable in your field? Ever considered authoring a book, being on radio, or strengthening your brand, but you haven't yet? Hi, I'm Lisa Caprelli with the Business Experience Show. I can help you remake or revitalize your professional image in ways you only dreamed about or never imagined. Through business, marketing, and networking, I can show you how to put the passion and fun back in what you do. Visit goglossy.com for a free consultation. I would love to help you achieve more. Visit goglossy.com.
Welcome back to the Business Experience Show, where traditional business practices intersect with outside-the-box thinking on the road to success.
Welcome back to the Business Experience Show. I'm Lisa Caprelli with Cole Smith of Eloc Network and Kramer. We're talking with Justin Yoon from Blue Canvas Magazine. Justin, can you describe what Section Studio is in relation to Blue Canvas Magazine?
Yes, so Section Studios is a design studio we started about a year ago. When we first started Blue Canvas, obviously I had a job. So my job was in the entertainment industry, creating environments and things, and that's when we decided to let's just create a design studio and do it out of here. We have designers, we have web developers.
Is it digital designers? Is it canvas designers?
Mostly digital. So we work in the entertainment industry right now. We develop for video games and commercials, TV commercials, movie pitches, and things like that.
It sounds like what he does is so much fun, doesn't it?
It sounds more fun than it probably is.
Yeah. We learned a long time ago there's no glamour in a bar business, although everyone thinks that it is, and probably in this sort of thing as well. The Section Studio was not part of your initial business plan in 2008 then. This is one of those things we talked about being adaptable.
Right, exactly.
And do you find that there's some synergy or cross-referrals between the business you're able to generate for Section Studio from the website and from the community? So you're actually creating a synergy between different entities.
The talent. Yes. He's leveraging the talent.
Exactly. And there's a great example right now. We've been working with Sony with some of their games, and they were in contact with us. Hey, you guys have the publishing side. Do you guys want to maybe do an art book for Journey? There's a game called Journey Game,
right?
And we just the book's coming out actually in September this month, and it's up for pre-sale right now on our website. And that was our first book that we published, art book, and it was it was an amazing experience. And that's
how much traffic are you getting to your site right now?
I'm actually not sure. Yeah, I tried to look that up, but I mean that's been changing a lot these days.
Right.
But it's been good. I would have to
One of the I asked that, so consciously you probably should keep that in mind, or maybe your brother is keeping up with that. But that traffic is going to determine your sponsorships and your advertisers.
Your advertisers.
They're going to want to know.
They're going to want to know, of course, right?
Of course.
And they're going to want to be able to verify that. Let me ask you this: if I want a piece of artwork for my kitchen, one, how do I find out about you? And two, is that the sort of thing that I'd find on your website, in your shop? Is there something, a bowl of fruit as opposed to nudes, or I mean, what do you guys add? What do you have there?
That's a great question. I mean, that is one of our main markets. I mean, we the reason why we did this was because a lot of people can't afford original $2,000, $3,000 paintings. So we wanted to create this print shop where you could get affordable artwork, but still great quality. Where you could get prints, and you could get it as posters, as framed prints, canvas wraps. There's different options that you can.
And one other thing about that is that you actually order and you ship it. You do not allow any downloads of that particular artwork.
No downloads.
You can't right click on it either.
Yeah,
I tried.
No, yeah. I mean, we try to, artists are very, obviously, copyright issues and things, so we try very hard to do that.
Justin Yoon from Blue Canvas Magazine. If someone wanted to follow in your business footsteps, what advice would you give them?
The best advice I've heard, and I've been living through from, my father, my brother, everybody that my partners and stuff was, you just gotta think big and just do it. It sounds as simple as as is, but
persistence.
Exactly.
That sounds like jump off the cliff and figure it out the way down.
But not right.
But with the right team, you have the right collaboration. You're a voice for artists.
Right. Exactly.
You found your niche.
And you've got a plan, and we wish you the best of luck. That
Thank
sounds like a very exciting endeavor.
Thank you. Any
We'll
artist
keep an eye on
platform, go to bluecanvas.com. Thank you for listening. Have a profitable week. For more information or to reach any of our guests, please go to thebusinessexperienceshow.com. Twitter with us, Facebook with us. We will connect back with you. This radio show is produced by Brian Gaps. Production assistant is Ben Burke. I am Lisa Caprelli. Thanks to Cole Smith from ELOC Network and Doc Kramer. Any last words, guys?
Well, actually, I had one last question, and that was, can an artist contact you on your website so that they can feature their art?
Okay,
yes,
gotta go.
Definitely.
We're listening to Angels Radio, AM 830,
Yes.
KLAA. Great show, guys. Thank you.